What's up everybody, Hulky Boy here. Today we are going to be having a look at Far Cry 3. I know we've already done Far Cry 4, but I've managed to get hold of a Uplay account of a friend of mine who's got a whole host of games on there. I've never played Far Cry 3, and having played and completed 4, as you know from my videos, I thought why not, we'll have a look at 3 and see what it has to offer. Usual onboard and graphics amplifier video with playing around with the settings. 4K is tested as well, from medium to very high graphic settings. Bit of gameplay as well. I'm looking to do a gameplay video on this game after as well, as it's quite a big game. If you would like any future videos to be done, is there anything I haven't covered that you'd like me to, please put it in the description below. We'll be looking to branch out and do some new videos, whether they're rage videos, just reviews in general, or just topical stuff. Please put it in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to fill in any requests.
Okay, so we're currently on 1080p, running the onboard graphics, which is the GTX970M. I will go over the spec of the laptop if you haven't been watching many of my other videos, or if you can't remember exactly what it was. It's an Alienware 15 obviously, and it is 16 gigs of RAM, running on an SSD as well, and it is a 2.5 i7 and it boosts to 3.5 when we're connected to the amplifier, which we currently aren't. We're just on the onboard, the GTX970M, which has got 3 GB of dedicated memory. Just check where we are. As you can see from the map, I haven't really played this a lot. I mean, I've had about an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes sort of play at the moment. Haven't played 3 at all before. As you may remember from my previous videos, I've completed number 4. Got hold of a copy of number 3 from a friend, so I thought I'd give it a whirl and see what the differences were. I mean, some people said if you haven't played any of them before and played 4, you know, it's a brilliant game. If you played 3 before and then jumped up before, there's some very similar attributes throughout the game, really. I'm starting to see the similarities. You can see the radio towers, outposts, fast travel. It's very similar. The map, it's completely different. It's a different game altogether. But there are some similarities. I mean, from the start of the game, it was captured by some pirates, and I've escaped, and then it's about as far as I've got really. I've unlocked a couple of weapons, done a couple of missions, defeated an outpost, and done a radio tower, and I think that was pretty much as far as we got. And also with the radio tower, it unlocks certain chunks of the map. I mean, as you can see here, it opens up big squares, around here. But what I'm going to do is we're going to play a bit of the gameplay, just check what the settings are again, just to make sure they're on decent video quality settings. Everything's on high, pretty much, very high. As you can see, FPS. Oh, there it goes. Run this guy over. Yeah, okay. Unlucky, son. Where was I? Yeah, FPS. We're in combat at the moment. 55 to 60. Pretty standard. I think when we get out of this, it'll be back up to around about 70, which is more than enough to play comfortably, which is on board, which is very well. So I imagine, I mean, I will try some 4K and just see how that handles, and we'll swap over to the amplifier shortly and see what the differences are. But overall, there are some very similar traits this game has from this one, which migrated onto the 4th installment. My question will be, when the new one comes out next month, Primal, if there is going to be a very similar style. I mean, I know it's set in the Stone Age, which is going to be slightly different, but how the game plays itself, I'd imagine, will be more than likely quite similar. Especially with the herbs and the leaves and stuff, you can craft them and make syringes and bits and pieces. Even the jumping, like the ropes here as well, are very similar to 4. I'm just going to do this. Well, it's not a bell tower, is it? I suppose it's a radio tower in this one. might actually tweak the video settings slightly and just see what we get. See if we can do the resolution in the game. Let's knock it up. Yes, we'll keep them settings. Okay, let's see what we get. It's still hitting solid 60s. Interesting to see when the when we disable this radio tower and it zooms out and pans through the new areas you've unlocked, what the frames will be, because that'll be quite intensive, I'd have thought, on the onboard. May the frames drop. It's a bit easier to navigate these are than the ones in Far Cry 4. I end up constantly falling to my death, whereas these seem to be pretty basic to get up. Good field of vision as well. Got to open the old boxes. Okay. Let's see, 70 frames per second now. Flip the switch and we'll see what we get. Okay, it's dropped straight away down to 60, 50s. Solid high 50s, low 60s. Not too bad. And then we're back up to the middle 60s, 70s, obviously depending where you look. We look up, we can get high 80s, 90s, a bit more detail down below. What I will try and do is on the video settings, we'll try on 4K and just see if it even handles it. It's 3840 by 2160, which is 4K. Right, on the main screen here we're getting 21 FPS and that's not even in game, so I don't suppose it's going to be too playable. I mean, it's 22, 23 at the moment in 4K. I mean, you can play at that if you want to, but I assume as soon as we get anything comes steaming into the screen, right, we'll try the zip line and solid 20s, 19, 18. Yeah, it's not really playable in 4K on the onboard. What I'm going to do is we're going to save it here. And what I will do is I'll shut down the machine, we'll join the amplifier with the GTX980 on board, and we'll boot back up and we'll try some more tests. Okay, so we are back again. This time we're on the graphics amplifier. And graphics wise, what I'll do is I will video quality, I'll put it back down to what it was. We're on medium to begin with when we first started doing these bits and pieces. Okay, so yeah, it did save the new map when we unlocked the radio tower just now. So frames per second, best part of 120 really. Pretty standard. 125, drops down to 110. I don't like getting in the water because I'm going to get attacked by a crocodile, which is never... I have no idea what these are, so I've not played this game before, as I told you in the last bit. I've literally had about half an hour, 40 minutes dicking around in it. Just going to see what's available. Not a lot. Follow the yellow brick road, I believe. Oh, there's a quad over there. Don't think it's got that range, if I'm honest. It's on 120. I'm going to knock the quality up back to where I like to keep it on pretty much everything, which is high, very high. So we're on 100 now. So yeah, we've dropped about 20 FPS. Oh, this is another stupid mission. Everything you jump on is a mission. Just do it. Follow the purple smoke. Okay. 70 frames per second. Great, gonna get killed. Get shot at. Vehicles were so much easier to drive on the fourth one than they are on this one. It just chucks you around all the time. Oh, okay. Did I fail that? What? Let's try that again. You didn't make it. Get out of the way, chump. That was close. It was too close. Loading. I think I did have a bit of delay before I started. Fat fingers weren't pushing down hard enough. Yeah, I think we got this one nailed. Until I roll it again. I did it earlier, I was driving a car and literally just flipped by taking the corner too quickly. I was raging. 15 seconds. Come on. Plenty of time, look at that, look. Bosh. Get out of the way. Supply drop done. What's going over here? Glider. Ooh, interesting. Let's go over this way. See what the crack is. Get the old loot boxes first. It's got to be done. To pop you in the head, son. Carry on. Wasted all my ammunition. Diamonds once again, same as in the fourth one. Loot boxes. Quite a few similarities I'm noticing as we're playing. There's probably going to be more as I play the game longer. It's pretty interesting. I think the fourth one has got a better storyline to begin with. There you go. Grenades. Handy. Right, what we'll do, we're at 70 FPS at the moment. Video, knock it back up to 2048, 1152, if my math is correct. So very high settings once again. Knock the res up slightly, has improved the picture. Frames are still at around about 80. Nice and smooth, it's not juddering at all when we're moving around. You can see that it's nice and smooth, there's no jumpy frames or anything like that. Gosh. Oh, come on, really? Gosh, can't drive through a gate. Oh, I've got to jump over this, yeah. Get all the leaves, got to be done. Go talk to Dr. Earnhardt. Oh, I've got no weapons, so this could be quite a long, boring scene. So if we jump, that's because I've had to edit it out because it was painful. 60 frames standard.
See anything you fancy? I like the red ones myself. The purples will give you a lift on a grey day. Everything is excellent, really. Oh, not the yellows, don't take them. They are liable to kill you. The mix is not quite right yet. Well, that's it, Dr.
Graphics are still pretty nice.
Or in and out, as the case may
Good
be.
detail.
Yeah, I'm Jason. Dennis said you'd be able to help me, that you found one of my friends.
One of your friends? Huh. I am, distilling a batch later today.
What?
Oh, you mean the girl, Daisy.
Oh, it was Daisy.
I assumed you to be speaking in code.
Where is she?
Yeah, so I edited that out. I have to sort of drop that bit because it was just a dense scene, video scene, and it just seems to be locked in at 60 FPS. Didn't drop at all, to be honest. So the old zip line. That's his bloody telephone pole. He's gonna love that if I snap that.
These cliffs aren't west.
I've got to go into a cave and get some
Great. You didn't mention the
mushrooms.
cave was underwater.
Really? Waste my syringes. Right. Before we jump under the water and drown, I will change the video settings once again. I'll chuck it onto 4K and see what we get. We're on about 8. I will see as we can get here on the main screen. It was 22 and we're on to 36, so a decent increase as it is. Video quality, I will tone it down just for now. So put it down to what it was initially, just on medium. Instantly jumps up to 60 there, so I imagine this is going to be very comfortable to play on. 55, 60 frames per second in 4K on medium settings. Let's just swim through here turbo quickly so we don't die. Bosh, lovely. It just looks superb. I mean, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this because I don't know if it's going to record in 4K or if you've got a 4K monitor, but it looks absolutely sick on this 4K screen. The detail is just lovely. Shit, can I jump? Or jump? Jump up the old vines. 70 frames a second. I have no idea where this keeps leading me. Let's knock this up a little bit. Just tweaking around with the settings and seeing where we get. We'll put them onto high. So they dropped a few there, not by too much. We're on about 70, 50. I'll leave them on there for a little bit and see what we get. Surely I can climb like that. Yeah, 49, 50. So pretty standard. Nice and playable at that rate. I mean, as we did before, you jump around. There's no. What the hell is that? I'm tripping. I was going to say we'll just jump the screen and see if it flickers and keep standard, but it's going to be pretty pointless.
This is new.
I can't run or do anything now. I'm a bit trippy.
I like the red ones myself.
Climb up them vines. Oh, mate, tripping. 39.40 there.
The jungle is its own crude warrior. The path leads to the heart of the jungle.
Studio called. I got the role.
That looks phenomenal. In 4K, it really does.
What about the rest of our vacation?
I thought we could talk about this like grown-ups.
Still playable at 40 frames a second.
Lisa, we're in Bangkok together and I can't believe how beautiful you are.
Promise that I take care of you both.
Oh, this is trippy.
Riley is your little brother. He looks up to you.
AJ, you're gonna come to our house around here, it's not right.
Yes, sir, busy. Dr. Earnhardt?
Still pretty steady, no flickering.
Hello?
Give me the mushrooms.
What are you afraid of? You're a natural.
Okay.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms in the deep.
There they are.
Bosh. That was a massive stalk. Why did he only pick the smallest one? That was interesting. Whoa, artillery.
How long was I down there?
Okay, we'll go back to the top of the cliffs. We're on 45 FPS. Knock it up again and see if it's playable. I don't think it will, but I think we're kind of on the cusp at the moment in 4K with the settings on high. I think by putting them on very high, we're going to be making it a bit juddery in certain areas, but it's 40 still, hasn't dropped much at all, to be honest. If anything, it looks pretty stable. So we're on top settings that the laptop will take now. It's very high. The game is on very high settings, then we're on full resolution on 4K. Cannot loot sack, rucksack, full. Right, okay. Skill points. Can I increase the size? Oh, I need to get skins for that, don't you? That's elephants and lions in the last one, wasn't it? Right. Right, that one. That'd be quite handy. Can I have that one? Apparently not. Yes. 2 slots of health. Okay. I'm at 30 now. So he's going to drop in certain players with the certain parts of the game where the detail is higher. I think what we'll do now is we'll wrap this up. I do want to do a bit of gameplay on this one as I did with the other one, because it does look like a very nice game, very interesting to play. Well, thank you very much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. We've got Assassin's Creed Syndicate coming next, and a few other games to follow as well. Got hold of a Uplay account of a friend of mine who was just stacked full of games, so we've got plenty more to come. If you'd like to see anything else, drop it in the comment section down below. But until then, have fun.